Hey, what up, everybody? This is me, Rolando G, back at it once again. Just wanted to add my 2 cents on the situation with Monique being extra out here with her campaign of basically black woman in deficit mode, coming out here on the clubs on y'all's truly unk show. Mr. Club Shay Shay talking and throwing shade on certain folks in the industry, especially ones like Tyler Perry, Oprah, and I believe Lee Daniels also was involved in the sabotage of her career, not furthering more because she was displayed as somebody that was difficult to work with, or told on that she was a person that was difficult to work with. And I believe that Monique is very problematic. She's like your typical black auntie out here, throwing shade on everybody else, but doesn't want to check herself and where she's at. And she got what she wanted from Netflix. She got a stand up gig, or a stand up show, because remember how she was complaining about they gave one to Amy Schumer, which I never thought she was that funny, but now she wants to sit up here on Club Say Shay, and she was throwing shade up on all these people, and yet she was going in on Melissa McCarthy. And I'm not trying to defend Melissa McCarthy, but you're not in the same range as a Melissa McCarthy type, Monique. Your comedy is more a lot of what people would laugh at, fellow Afro American black women who feel your course, your content will do, and laugh at that. But a lot of overall people just won't laugh at that because a lot of fellow women of color are not that funny when it comes to the comedy. That's why the comedy is a man's game. It's not a woman's game. And I don't know on earth how a lot of guys think, or fellow men of color, black men included, think that Monique is funny. She's not. I never thought she was funny. Playing, the Parkers, her and Constance Vaughn, trading off the way that was fine. That was sort of fun. Okay, at the time it came on, but I never was impressed with Monique until she played the character of Precious's evil mother, sadist type of mother in that 2009 Precious movie, starring Gabby Sumter, or whatever her name is, Gabby, the heavyset girl that played the real life character of that real life counterpart of that young lady. That was terrible, tragic situation of affairs in there, and including a lot of I wouldn't say it was a lot of misandry, but it just it chronicled a lot of what goes on in the black community as far as single mothers are concerned. My problem with Monique is that basically she's out here, getting on everybody. She won an Oscar for the performance. Now she wants to be out here on some straight cap, and talk about everybody and think it's cute and go on Club Shay Shay. And Club Shay Shay is your uncle basically trying to showcase every black entertainer that seems to be pigeonholed or seems to be their career has been sabotaged. And I'm telling you, between her and Cat Williams, they've done it to themselves. I'm not going to sit up here and co-sign for everything that a lot of, because your fellow folks of color, people out here that I'm around on an everyday basis, are going in and saying, yes, the industry is like this, the industry is like, we've been knowing that how the industry is. Why complain about it now? Why go out here and say that your money's funny? If you don't like what's been going on, you find another job. That's all I can say about that. And Monique is out here on a campaign to act like, because now she's feeling herself now because she finally got what she wanted from Netflix when she was complaining that Netflix was giving Amy Schumer 250,000 or $1 million for hers, and she deserved $1 million too. Well, in the words of Pops, may he rest in peace, John Witherspoon, what he said, and what I saw in the Vlad interview, and you can look it up, he said if you can't put butts in the seats, you got to be able to put butts in the seats to have your popularity, to have people really ride for you and what your talent is. But if you can't put butts in the seat, then what are you really doing? What how are you resonating with your audience? How are you resonating with the audience that you may or may not, or that you think you have? But obviously, Monique, and I love her drive. I love her drive to a certain degree. But at the same damn time, it's counterproductive. And she's out here now making everybody look like a fool. Everybody was evil. Everybody's here to sabotage her career. That might be true. But once you took that Oscar, you basically took an oath to follow everything that they want you to do. Okay, now I don't want to talk about the blood oaths and all this other stuff that's in the Hollywood business. I really could care less. I'm dealing with the reality and what's in front of me, what's being shown. And what's being shown is that Monique is out here acting like a jackass. And everybody is co-signing for it. A lot of fellow people of color are co-signing for her complaining and going in and thinking that she's putting down certain folks. But at the end of the day, those certain folks are still going to get their money. What are you going to do? Continue to complain? And then your Netflix stand-up show ain't even selling. Nobody's really buying it. And then you want to say, if you were more of a popular black woman comedian, you'd be in Melissa McCarthy's place instead of Melissa McCarthy. Okay, Melissa McCarthy is actually funnier than you. Her quips are way more. I mean, when I'm seeing a Melissa McCarthy movie, I'm laughing. I'm laughing my ass off because Melissa McCarthy is funny now. Made to you as the next brother or the next guy, you may not think that. But I think Melissa McCarthy is funny. I think her timing is right. Monique is just the trash talking, ha 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 ha, you think it's funny, fellow to black folk type comedy. Everybody else is not buying that type of comedy. So, I mean, like Monique, it's just unbelievable that she's on here, because as soon as she saw Kat get on there and talk about folks in the industry and how this person ain't this and this person ain't that, she's like, oh, I'm going to go on there and talk about what I've been going through to Club Shay Shay, so I can say what's really going on. And then, you know what? It's like you're sticking your foot in the hole that you're going to stick your foot the hole in, and then people are going to get tired of you themselves. I mean, you're already displaying a ungrateful type of attitude already as it is. And I don't understand why other fellow people of so-called color can't see that, because everybody I ran into, the friend I lived with, my mother, everybody, oh, yeah. Oh, Monique is telling the truth. Monique is telling her. How is Monique telling the truth? Yeah, Monique may be telling the truth, but at the same time, she's out here complaining. She's out here complaining. She's already got an Oscar for a performance that, to me, in my opinion, she got a performance for a ghetto evil witch, pretty much what she played in that Precious movie. But those were to the real life events, so I get it. But at the same damn time, it's like, man, oh man, sit down, sit your auntie down, man. She don't need to be doing this, man. She's making herself look bad. And it takes a real person to come out and critique this, a real man to say, look, because Monique is old enough to be my auntie. And it's like, this is like my complaining auntie that I just want to tell, shut the hell up, auntie, stop talking. You got what you got, and you're still not grateful. Then she sits up here and gets on D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley comes back at her and says, hey, you don't sell like everybody else. And that's the problem with Monique. She's not selling. A lot of people are not buying this. Now, the women that are in her demographic, fellow black women, may co-sign for that and pay for that. But her Netflix special is not, let's just say her Netflix special is garbage. Everybody's saying it's not making that, and Netflix knows it's not making the numbers. I'll tell you right now, if Melissa McCarthy had a stand-up, everybody be like, damn, that Melissa McCarthy stand-up was ridiculous. And like I said again, Melissa McCarthy has the talent for comedy. She's that type of female. So women, to a certain degree, can be funny, but when it comes to the fellow color of female, it's not always the funniest thing. A lot of Monique's comedy is very crass. I mean, yeah, Melissa McCarthy's is crass too, but the way it comes off, like I said again, the way Melissa McCarthy's comes off, it's more, it's. I'm not saying it's relatable, but everybody can laugh at it because it's Melissa McCarthy, and the timing and the material is all there. Monique does not have that. Monique is tripping. Monique is out here begging for a meal ticket. Then after she gets the meal ticket, then she gets the meal ticket itself to do a Netflix special. What does she do? She screws it. It's not making the numbers. I heard it's not funny. And the whole time she's just going in pretty much on her situation. You know, so Monique's never been funny to me. And, you know, she may have the personality, and every now and then she might say a thing or two here that, you know, kind of makes me crack up. I mean, I know she did crack me up in Soul Plane a little bit, but she doesn't have the innate talent with her timing and everything to pull off a real laugh your ass off type of good time. She doesn't have that. And going onto these platforms, speaking your truth is fine and everything, and everybody needs to speak their truth and how they felt and how they were done. But when you've already get the meal ticket and you're out here still on the train of complaining and talking down on folks, I don't know what you're trying to prove. But yeah, but that's all I got to say about this Monique thing. It's ridiculous. And like I said, at the end of the day, you like what you like. You champion who you champion. And, you know, in this entertainment field, everybody has their likes and dislikes. And everybody's not going to like what you like. And everybody's not going to co-sign for your freedom of speech, you know. And at the same time, I just look at Monique like you need to really sit down somewhere. Because, you know, you need to stop complaining about certain folks. People are going to get theirs, Monique. If somebody's really done you that dirty, Tyler Perry, Oprah, anybody, they're going to get theirs. Nobody's going to come out this situation unscathed. Nobody comes out certain situations unscathed unless they're doing the right thing, you know. But I digress. But never compare yourself to Melissa McCarthy. Please don't do that, Monique. That's all I have to say for this situation. All right, brothers. More commentary to come. SYSBM, you know what it is. Holla back. Your boy, Rolando G. I'm out.